And now, your Citrus TV Sports Report.
The calendar has flipped to February, and you know what that means. It's lac season here in Syracuse. Welcome into sports. I'm Sam Reis. Now, a much anticipated SU men's lacrosse season began on Saturday with the Orange ranked #2 in the Inside Lacrosse preseason poll, only behind the back-to-back defending national champion Notre Dame. So how did Syracuse fare to start off a season with so much expectation? Let's take you to the Dome to find out. Now, this was the first ever meeting between Syracuse and Jacksonville. The Dolphins, a program on the rise under head coach John Galloway, who won multiple national championships as a Syracuse player. And unfortunately, his homecoming wasn't too welcoming. Luke Roa with an insane goal to begin the 2025 season. On one knee, the one-handed finish, and Syracuse was dominant throughout. Later on in the second quarter, Michael Leo makes it look easy. 10-0 was the score at this stage. That was Leo's 4th goal of the game, and we were still in the first half of play. Now we skip to the late stages, and at this point, the backups are in. And how about this? Owen O'Farrell, a freshman, getting on the score sheet. That was SU's 24th and final goal. 24-5 the final. A dominant performance for Syracuse, who next takes on Vermont on Friday at 6. Earlier in the day, by the way, the women's squad will open up its season as well against UAlbany at 1:30. All right, so while there's no doubt about it, plenty of excitement surrounding both lacrosse programs here on the Hill, the same can't quite be said for basketball. On a West Coast trip, the men's team dropped to a 9-12 record after losing to Stanford midweek. Now, the good news is the Orange had a chance to bounce back in the second leg of that trip out west against Cal, and they did just that. To their credit, Syracuse in this one was led by Lucas Taylor. He stepped up in a big way with a season-high 19-point performance, including 3 made triples. A big disparity in this game turned out to be the 3-point shooting, as you see right there. The Orange went 8 for 16 from deep, while the Golden Bears were an abysmal 6 for 35. Syracuse finally returns home, but faces its toughest test of the season on Wednesday when second-ranked Duke and Cooper Flagg come to the Dome. Physical match, no bookings up to this point. Aaron Fleury standing over the set piece. Plays it short for Rauch. Rauch cuts towards goal, feeds one to the edge of the 6. And there's the clearance, away by Maura Flynn. Sierra Collins with the second service towards the penalty spot. It took a bounce, but Foley says, I got it.
I like that idea, though. Send it right back in. You have those numbers forward. You have a chance. Why not?
So just over 60 minutes into the match here at SU Soccer Stadium. It's Miami with the 1-0 advantage here in Syracuse, New York. Both teams looking for their first ACC win. Sam Reis with you alongside Adam Gawkin on ACC Network Extra. It was Giovanna Canali's 11th minute strike, her 9th goal of the season. That's the difference between these two teams still past the hour mark, as Anna Rupert checks in for Asia Cobb, the first SU substitution in the final 45 minutes. Oching couldn't get past Kozarski, and it opens up space for Miami. Out wide, Maura Flynn. The service in, the shot saved. Shea Vanderbosch, are you kidding me?
I'm in awe. I mean, how in the world did Shea Vanderbosch just make that save? Canali put so much power behind it. Yes, that's at Vanderbosch, but not really. She had to stop it with her arm, and then just the momentum of the power to not bring you into the net. That's one heck of a save. My goodness, Shea Vanderbosch. Put her on a show.
Unbelievable, as Caroline Hood checks in for Giovanna Canali. She's just shaking her head. She's in disbelief. I think we all are. Canali seemed destined for her 2nd goal of the night, 10th of the season, but Shea Vanderbosch, one of the best goalies you're going to find in the country, comes up huge on a laser of a shot from point-blank range.
That save is just all instincts. At that point, you can't even think. You see a ball coming right at you, move over and stop it.
Don't even have enough time to react on a shot like that. And Vanderbosch somehow made it happen. And that could be a moment we look back on depending on how the rest of this match plays out. Less than 25 minutes remain in the final home game for Syracuse this season. Shouts for a handball. The official, John Brady, says no. Blasted forward. Aaron Fleury using that pace to close down Foley, who was way out of the box. Header flicked on by Grambo. A clean win in the midfield by Huron. Stevens headed it the wrong direction. Rupert battling Kay for possession. And Rupert reigns victorious. Can she distribute? Yes. Rauch driving forward onto her left foot. Still going. Rauch with the shot, and she slips it home into the bottom right corner. The equalizer arrives from Syracuse. It's goal number 5 for Ashley Rauch this season.
Syracuse attempting to get an answer out of the timeout. Carlo straight away, accelerates into the lane, swings it right corner. Bell cruises along the baseline, bounce pass inside. Jair Davis gets it to go, and the foul. The whistle against Kebajai, and Syracuse has a chance to tie it again with an and-one opportunity for Jair Davis.
That is now a team-leading 17 points for Davis. 7 of 9 from the field, and on a day when free throws have been really not good, he's 3 for 3.
It's the first time Jair Davis has scored in double digits against a Power 5 opponent since back in November of 2022 against Duke when he played for Delaware. He drains the free throw. It's all square here in Notre Dame. How many times have we said that? 54-54, less than 8 minutes left in the second half.
Davis, the only member of the Orange that's perfect from the line that's taken a shot.
Right. Left wing Shrewsbury. He's been red hot. Dribbles towards the right elbow. Kicks it out. Lefty dribble into the lane. Spin around move. J.R. Konechny left it short. Battle for the board. Jai saves it along the near corner, but it was a looping ball that's snatched by Bell. He turns it back over. Roper caught the line drive. Shrewsbury backs up. He's called for the charge. He pushed off on Jaquan Carlos. It's absolute mayhem on the court right now.
Lucas Taylor came away with that ball. He tried to pass it forward. He got it off to Jaquan Carlos, and then Carlos's pass was just snatched. Notre Dame can't convert on the other end. It's more sloppy basketball, to be quite honest with you, Sam. It's exciting sloppy basketball, unlike a lot of that first half, but it is sloppy.
54-54, 7 minutes left in the game. Donnie Freeman left wing.
Syracuse already has more points in this half than it did in the entirety of the first.
Has been an improvement. Jair Davis, he's been red hot. Picks up his dribble at the free throw line. Carlos dribbles along the right side of the lane, feeds on for Donnie Freeman. The shot's good. He was guarded by multiple Notre Dame defenders. It didn't matter. The freshman puts the Orange back in front, 56-54, 6.5 to go. Alaco ball handling for Notre Dame. Straight away Shrewsbury, who's 3 points shy of a season high. Handed off to Braden Shrewsbury. Lefty dribble, puts up a floater, no good on the left side of the lane, but a foul against Jaquan Carlos.
Second foul picked up by Syracuse.
The second personal for Carlos, and he just can't compete with Shrewsbury defensively. And, you know, a few weeks ago, Jaquan Carlos described himself, this was after the Empire Classic, as the head of the snake defensively. He is not that. He should be, but he isn't. He's been a sloppy defender all game, and I said this has been his best game in Orange. I stand by that statement, but that's come from his passing. It has not come from his defense.
Shrewsbury drains both free throws. He's a perfect 5 for 5 at the charity stripe. It's tied again, 56-56, 6:15 to go in the game. Davis hands off for Carlos, dribbles along the right side of the lane. Outside Davis, deep 2 straight away. It rolls off the rim, no good. The look was there, the conversion wasn't. Right wing, Alako thought about the three-point try, instead eats it. Kebachai on the right elbow. Spin move to the right block, puts it up and in, plus the foul. Notre Dame back in the lead. 58-56, and how about Kebachai playing bully ball down low as Eddie Lampkin checks back in for Jair Davis. Hopkins starts up play, near side in the attacking end. Straight away, Eiler feeds off to Collison, back to Eiler, 20 yards from Cage. Swung around to Phillips in the left alley. Over to Collison, right side. Chavette stalls, back to Eiler. Low shot, saved by McCool. A denial in front on the effort by Rawson. The ball's still loose on the ground, and it's scooped up by Michael Grace. The RIT transfer who scored his first career goal with the Orange last week gets it done on the defensive end. That's his specialty. And Sam English escapes some pressure and glides into Hopkins' end of the field. A big ovation from the crowd after that.
Good job by English there, staying patient. He sees the double teams just kind of force him in the proper direction in the corner there. Just stays there, stays pat and cool, and lets the offense set up and avoids the turnover.
We played 4 minutes in the Dome. It's 2-0 Orange over the Blue Jays. Hopkins, the only program in Division I men's lacrosse history with over 1,000 wins. Syracuse right behind them at 952. Goes behind the net in the offensive end for the Orange, as Dwan has been released from his penalty time for a few moments now, and Hiltz tries the sidewinder. It deflects off of a leg and goes out of play along the near side end line. Syracuse did back it up, so the Orange retained possession with 22 on the shot clock. Wyatt Hoddle gets play restarted. He had a multi-goal game for the first time ever last weekend at Utah. Hiltz fends off some pressure, loops a pass to Deere, who bobbles it at first. Trey Deere in a battle for it. Hacked from behind. It's still loose on the turf as the ball trickles towards the near sideline, and it's corralled by Scott Smith for a moment, but it's still up in the balance. No one can claim it. And finally, it pinballs to the end line. A loose stick on the turf. Syracuse takes it back. Deere, the underhand pass to McCarthy. A wild sequence, and the Orange get a shot clock reset as a result.
Looked like a bunch of cats playing laser tag out there, Sam. Finally slows things down as McCarthy walks over to the near sideline. Man, they were jabbing at that for a minute or two.
9:30 to go in the first quarter, 2-0 Syracuse. Stutter step move. McCarthy feeds up top over the right side. Hiltz a shot. He stings it. Bottom left corner. No chance for Luke Stout, and Syracuse extends the lead. 3-0 Orange on top with 9:17 left in quarter one.
Syracuse goal, his first of the afternoon, 16th of the season, to number 77.
If you give Hiltz extra space like that, he's going to cash in more times than not. And that is his 16th goal of the campaign.
Syracuse's leading goal scorer gets this offense continuing to move. Up 3-0 now, and still have not won a face-off, but you're winning this game.
The face-offs right now 3-0 in favor of Hopkins, to your point. Mullen and Callahan ready to battle in the circle. Can Mullen win his first draw of the afternoon?
Callahan for the Blue Jays and Mullen for the Orange. For the face-off.
Both players set. Callahan, a senior who's from Victor, New York, just south of Rochester. Another local product. 31% of Hopkins' roster is from the state of New York. And another violation against John Mullen, who is baffled at the call. That's the second one of the day, so you could expect Drew Angelo to come in for the next one. The Orange still haven't won a draw. The Blue Jays take over in SU's end of the field with 9 minutes left in the first quarter.